It's no secret that the most expensive universities in the world are located in the good old United States of America. People pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get a college education, but there are some people that pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get a high school education as well. Private schools promise to give students an edge getting into the prestigious colleges of their dreams, and more often than not, it works. I attended an elite boarding school and managed to make quite a name for myself, and my fellow classmates did as well. But what kind of high school education do you get for $50,000 a year? $60,000? Dare I say $80,000 a year? How different can it possibly be from public school? Today, we're going to take a look at the most expensive high schools in America and see exactly what the students are getting for all that money. Number 5. The Oxford Academy. Any boarding school that has academy in the name is pretty much reserved for those who have parents with Swiss bank accounts. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, the Oxford Academy is no exception, with an annual tuition of $67,000 per year. Located in Westbrook, Connecticut, you might want to add 20 or 30 bucks onto that tuition cost to buy your kid a jacket for the cold winters there, or maybe even a couple $100. After all, Westbrook is one of the richest cities in America. You don't want to be walking around in anything knockoff. The Oxford Academy was originally founded as an all-boys school by a psychologist who wanted alternative learning options for students who were struggling or falling through the cracks because of standard educational methods. Now, the Oxford Academy still serves that purpose, providing individualized learning to the boys who attend. With only 48 students at a time, the school is able to provide a one-on-one student-to-faculty ratio. A day at the Oxford Academy involves classes in, well, anything you can imagine. Music classes in collaboration with Berkeley, European history, and even programming and coding classes. But the education doesn't stop when classes do. There's a strict schedule students must adhere to after school, and it looks something like this. From 3:30 to 4:40, students must take part in a sport of their choosing, which can include sailing on the actual ocean, airsoft, or your run-of-the-mill sports. From 4:30 to 5:35, students can continue with sports or return to their dorm to shower and relax if they so choose. From 5:35 to 6 o'clock is the most exciting time of the day, newspaper reading. A long-standing tradition, students are required to read the newspaper before dinner begins at 6. And the dinner is something to look forward to. There's a private chef on campus who cooks food that is all locally sourced, so you don't have to worry about eating frozen pizza or cheese sticks. From 6:30 to 7:30, students are given free time. They can head off campus to romp about in town, play in the recreational hall, or just relax in their dorm rooms. For the rest of the night, students do study hall, where they catch up on homework and wind down. And at 10:30, it's lights out. I'm a bit exhausted just reading that all out. I must say, though I loved my boarding school experience, I much prefer the freedom to lounge by the pool and do nothing all day that I have now. Number 4. The Woodhull School. $74,500. We don't have to travel far to visit the next boarding school on our list. In Bethlehem, Connecticut, you'll find the Woodhull School, which costs a startling $74,500 per year. With a promise to treat boys as individuals rather than labels, the Woodhull School keeps a small class size of only about 42 students. Each class has between 2 to 5 students, meaning the boys attending the school get very individualized care. And that individualized care happens in classes that cover astronomy, investment, philanthropy, music, and social media. I mean, how rich do you have to be to have an actual class on philanthropy? The campus is 25 acres of woodlands, ponds, and dormitories in a rural, cozy setting. There are volleyball courts, a private movie theater, boats for fishing on the pond, and a rock climbing wall to keep the students entertained. My school was a bit fancy, but it sure didn't have a rock climbing wall. Meals are cooked by a professional chef who only uses locally sourced ingredients. But dinner isn't a casual affair. Students are required to wear jackets and ties to dinner 4 nights a week. On the weekends, students at the Woodhull School are allowed to cut loose. They're given permission to head into town and go to the movies, go shopping, or eat at a local restaurant. Number 3. The Quad Preparatory School. If that rustic New England vibe doesn't appeal to some people, the Quad Preparatory School is a totally different environment. Located in downtown Manhattan, right next to Wall Street, the school comes with a very Manhattan price tag, costing $74,850 per year. The Quad Preparatory School is a standout on our list for another reason. It isn't just a high school. The school has several buildings to educate elementary, middle, and high school students. There is a focus on teaching students who are twice exceptional. This applies to students who struggle with social or executive functioning and also have a gift or a talent in a specific area. In addition, there's a strong focus on preparing students for success at prestigious universities. Students are required to attend weekly sessions with a college counselor and bi-weekly sessions with academic advisors. Each student is given an individualized learning plan with specific goals and course instructions based on their needs, which is updated quite frequently. It's safe to say this is a rather different experience from public schools. The campus has a Zen zone where students can unwind and relax, as well as several recreational rooms which provide safe, fun places for them to interact. After class, there are dozens of clubs available to students, including Anime Club, Dungeons & Dragons, Magic the Gathering, and Model UN. Number 2. Foreman School, $78,600 per year. Well, back to Connecticut we go for the Foreman School, which costs an incredible $78,600 per year. Located in Litchfield, the school caters to students who are diagnosed with ADD and ADHD, offering them a learning environment that is catered to their needs. The school's goal is to give students the tools they need to excel in university, which isn't as often understanding of learning disabilities. There are 230 students on campus with a 3.5 to 1 student-to-faculty ratio, ensuring each student gets individualized care. And there are plenty of options for the children attending the school to do what they enjoy as individuals. Located on a 125-acre campus, the school has a robotics lab, an ingenuity lab, tennis courts, and athletic facilities. Within the forest, there's an environmental hut that serves as a research station and provides environmentally focused classes, though during winter, it is most often used to warm up after ice skating. Students are required to either do a sport or work in the Lion's Den, a restaurant on campus, 6 days a week. There, they can learn culinary skills, which puts them well ahead of every roommate I had back in the day. Though the school has a rather strict schedule with students, it gives them plenty of options to get involved in, well, whatever they'd like. From robotics to early childhood education, there are courses that give students an upper hand before heading to college. For 2 weeks in March, Foreman School offers an educational experience of the individual's choice. Last year, there was a genealogy program, a filmmaking program, a history of rock and roll program, and even a program called Ingenuiski, where students create their own snowboard or skis from scratch. For those students that have a little more money, there are options to travel to the Galapagos Islands, to learn about Darwin, to go fly fishing in Tennessee, or even to travel to New Orleans to learn about Southern cooking. Number 1. Short Ridge Academy. The most expensive high school in the country is none other than Short Ridge Academy, located in Milton, New Hampshire. To attend school on this 350-acre prestigious campus, you'll have to cough up $85,000 per year. For the full high school experience, that's a whopping $340,000. Short Ridge Academy prides itself on being a therapeutic school. Mental health is a huge focus in their teaching and campus policies, and with only 50 students attending at a time, the academy can ensure each student is taken care of properly. Every person attending the school has their own mental health counselor and academic counselor who work to create a successful plan for them. 3 weekly sessions of physical education are mandatory because the school believes in the importance of exercise. However, students are given a choice in what activity they'd like to participate in. These activities can range from jiu-jitsu to weightlifting to nature hiking. In addition to mandatory physical education, students are also required to take part in an off-campus activity weekly. These activities include bowling, laser tag, whale watching, apple picking, dinner theater, lake cruises, and animal sanctuary trips. On-campus activities are also incredibly frequent and encouraged, and they include bonfires, parties, trivia nights, poetry readings, and wild animal presentations, whatever those are. Now, the campus probably sounds a bit more like summer camp than a high school. However, there are several advanced classes available on campus, as well as elective classes that go a bit above and beyond. Their music classes, for example, give students access to a full professional recording studio whenever they'd like to use it. Tech is also big on campus, but it is heavily monitored. Students are given a MacBook Pro and an iPhone when they arrive on campus, but the internet use is strictly limited and monitored. I don't don't know about you, but I like my privacy. So, there you have it. The most expensive high schools in America. Which one would you like to go to? And do you think any of them are actually worth the money? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. And if you'd like to check out the most expensive colleges in America, check out the video I made on that here. As always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Oh, and turn on post notifications. Well, I'm off to go look at my old high school yearbooks. I think you'd be surprised by how long Mr. Luxury's hair used to be. Well, as always, pip pip to doodly-doo.